Chapter 5, Phonics, the Beginning and Consonant Sounds. Now we were finally ready to connect sound to sight, what we are hearing to what we are seeing, and our phonemes to our graphemes. We are ready to jump into our leading P out of the 3P approach, phonics. That means we're finally ready to explore and use the alphabet used in English. What is phonics? Phonics is the last tier of our 3P approach. It is that learning that will help us with our reading and our writing in English. In phonics, we take the phonemes we learned about in our discussions on phonemic and phonological awareness and apply them to the letters we see, the graphemes. We connect what we see with what we hear. It's still all about the sound, but we begin to recognize and use letters, graphemes, to express that sound in the written word. Graphemes are those letters or letter combinations that represent each of the 44 plus sounds in English. So where do we begin when it comes to phonics? With the alphabet, of course. Understanding the Roman alphabet phonetically. We will look at this alphabet thoroughly as we proceed throughout the remainder of this book. For now, we will start by understanding the consonants and vowels that make up the Roman alphabet, sometimes called the Latin alphabet. This 26-letter alphabet is used by many other languages besides English, like French, Spanish, Italian, Portuguese, Romanian, and others. So if you already speak one of these languages, you may have a basic understanding of the alphabet. If you do not, don't worry, we will learn it. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Then you'll see the lowercase alphabet. And then you'll see the uppercase and the lowercase together. There are 26 letters in the alphabet. But can you recall how many sounds there are in English? 26 letters in the alphabet and over 44 sounds. Sound boxes. We need to remember in phonics that it is still all about the sound. To help us remember that, we'll be using something called a sound box. A sound box is simply a box that houses each sound in a word. Sound boxes do house the letters in a word or word part. They house the sound. Bed has 3 phonemes, so we have 3 sound boxes. One around the B, one around the E, one around the D. But it's the E sound, the sound, that it is around. Cup. So we have one around the C, one around the U, and one around the P. But we're hearing the sounds and just putting the sound box around the grapheme that represents the sound. Each of the 2 words above have 3 distinct phonemes, so 3 sound boxes were used to house each sound. We cannot go by the number of letters in the word. If there are 44 sounds and only 26 alphabet letters, it is obvious that some letters have more than one sound and that letter combinations we will blend together to create one sound. So though the word may have 3 letters, say as in eat, there may be only 2 sounds. The letters EA form a diphthong from chapter 3, is 1 sound and requires only 1 sound box. So eat, EA is 1 sound box, T is another sound box. We are going to explore phonics, this 3rd P of our approach, as well as the alphabet, in as much detail by exploring the beginning and middle and ending of word parts and 1-syllable words. So, as we begin, we're going to assume the word has already been divided into vowel, containing word rooms or syllables, and we are going to deal with 1 syllable at a time. To make that easier, we'll be dealing mostly with 1-syllable words for the next 3 chapters. Beginning, middle, and ending of the word room. 1-syllable word. Beginning, middle, and end in word part are one syllable word. In the beginning column, looking for these to build or decode. Beginning single consonant sounds, beginning 2-sound consonant blends, beginning 3-sound consonant blends, beginning digraphs, vowel sound if it is an open syllable room, and the onset. The other two columns will be devoted to the middle and the ending of the word. We are focusing on the beginning. The beginning. The beginning of the word part are one syllable word. To build the apartments inside an apartment building, a carpenter would likely build the frame, the walls of the room within the apartment first. To tear down the apartment, he or she would likely tear down the walls first. We do the same with English words when we are using the 3P approach. To build English words or word parts, we build the structure, the walls first. To break down English words, we tear down the walls first. We do so in a systematic way, going from the first room to the middle room or rooms, and finally to the last room. So whether we are breaking down words in our attempt to read, listen, and understand English, or building words in our attempt to speak, write, and spell English, we begin with the walls. What wall do we begin with? As we move our way through the beginning of words, we're going to learn to recognize and use the phonemes and graphemes in beginning single consonants, beginning consonant blends, beginning digraphs, and open syllable beginnings. So how does this apply to the letters of the alphabet? The vowels that make up the Roman alphabet used for building English words are A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. Each of these vowels can have a short sound when they do not sound like they look, and a long sound when they do sound like they look. We will look at each vowel with their short and long sounds when we explore the middle of word parts. A, E, I, O, U, and Y. Vowels that are the substance that fills the word root, while consonants are what gives the word part structure, or walls. We need a good solid structure for the vowel to go into. Before we dig into vowel sounds then, we need to build a good solid understanding of consonants and the sounds they make. Vowels are the substance of words, consonants are the structure or walls of words. We begin with the first wall or walls that are at the beginning of the word or word part. Let us take a better look at the beginning walls we will be putting up or tearing down. Consonants form the walls in words and word parts. Let's review what we have learned so far about the beginning of words or word parts. Again, you can stop or pause this audio at any time to answer the questions, taking your time. Number 1, letters and letter combinations that represent certain sounds are known as A, morphemes, B, graphemes, C, phonemes, or D, memes. Number 2, when we connect what we are seeing with what we are hearing in a word, that is A, phonemic awareness, B, phonological awareness, C, phonics, D, memorization. Number 3, phonics connects sight to sound and graphemes to phonemes. A, true, B, false. Number 4, in English there are about 44 sounds and an alphabet with 26 letters. A, true, B, false. Number 5, a word with only one vowel sound in it is a one-syllable word. A, true, B, false. Number 6. Sound boxes are meant to be placed around every letter in a word. A, true. B, false. Number 7. The letter Y can act as a consonant and a vowel in English words. A, true. B, false. And number 8. Vowels create the structure or walls in English words. A, true. B, false. Consonants. There are 21 consonants that can be found in the Roman alphabet, but there are 26 consonant sounds used in Canadian English. Some consonant letters make more than one sound depending on how they are used in a word. Consonants can be found at the beginning, middle, or end of a word. B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, Z. And then you'll see the alphabet with their uppercase and lowercase together. In phonemic and phonological awareness, we were focusing more on the sounds made than the letters. In phonics, we combine what we are seeing with what we are hearing. Each letter or letter pairing will make a sound. Consonants can form single walls when they stand alone, or double and triple walls when they are grouped together in blends, digraphs, or trigraphs. Many words begin with a single consonant letter and a single consonant sound. Single consonant sounds. So we'll just go through the consonants, their phonemic representation, and an example. So the first consonant is B. It sounds like B. Example, ball, bat, burn. The next consonant is C. It can sound like K, cat, captain, cycle. It can sound like a center, scent. And it can sound like sh, ocean. The next consonant is D. It can sound like D, dad, down, dog. It can sound like T, laughed, brushed, watched. It can sound like ch, educate, edge. Next we have F. F can sound like F, fig, fat, fur, fun, off. It can sound like f, of. Next we have G. G can sound like g, go, goat, guy, get, reg. It can sound like ch, Jim, giant, gentle, gem, age, page. It can sound like ch, beige. Then we have H. H sounds like h, if it can be heard at all. House, hat, hair, hand, hello, hue. Then we have J again. It has that j sound. Jam, jelly, Jan. We have the K. K just makes a k sound. Kite, kick, kite, kind, like. We have the L sound. Like, love, long, all, hello, male. We have the M sound, the N consonant making the M sound. Milk, man, mum, hem, amend, amount. We have the N sound, N, or the N consonant, N sound. Nan, no, not, never, can, tin, renew. Then we have the P consonant making the P sound. Pop, point, pup, cup, appeal. Then we have the consonant Q making the K sound, queen, quite, quiet. It can also make the K sound, conquer. We have the R consonant, makes a R sound, roar, race, run, pirate, bird, horse, bear, car, chair. And it can be upside down R in R control vowels. Right, real, grow. We have the S sound, the S consonant making the S, sat, Sam, so, basic, cost, pressure. It can make the Z sound, desert, was, beds, moves. It can make the sh sound, pressure, sugar. It can make the ch sound, illusion, conclusion, television. Then we have T, which makes a T sound, 10, patient. And then we can also see that sh sound from T, impatient as well in the first T. And then it can make the sh sound, situate. We can have V for the V sound, van, love, vice, advice, adverb. We can have the W making the W sound, W, way, water, wave, awe, how, wow. Then we have X, which makes several sounds. It can make axe, fox. Then we have the Z sound, exist. Then we have another sound, which is a combination of K and S, obnoxious. And again, we see that in luxury. Then we have the Z sound in xylophone. Y makes the J, you see the J sound, it's that D-said, should be year, yellow, ya sound. S for the said, we have that sig, seg, soon, bizarre, and we have the sh sound in seizure. So as to try sounding out each consonant and their various sounds by pronouncing the sample words provided. So try that for yourself. You can pause here and go through the list, or you can do it later. Are you finding any interesting new words for your journal? Be sure to keep up with your journal from now on. Beginning consonant blends. Consonants can also appear together in pairs or combinations, in which case, if they are not digraphs, CK, CH, SH, TH, PH, or WH, each consonant in a blend gets pronounced, keeping its sound. For example, flip gets pronounced F, L, I-P. Stop gets pronounced S-T-O-P. So we're going to pronounce each of those sounds from each of those letters. So we get that F, L, E, P. Flip, we get the S, S, T, O, P. Stop. So in the above words that begin with a blend, we are hearing two consonant sounds. Though consonant blends can be found at the beginning, middle, and end of a word, in words above they are found at the onset. Please see the charts below for common blends and simple words that begin with them. Consonant blending in harmony, but keeping their own voice. Have you started your word work journal yet? We can begin the sections 3, 4, and 5. Two-letter consonant blends that begin words or word parts. So we see the two letters, BL, make the B, L, B, L, and we'll see those in the word blown, blue, bling, black, blend, bliss. We see the CL, which is a K, L, clap, clip, clown, class, cling, clue. Then we see the FL, which is the FL, flap, flip, flag, flop, flown, fly. Then we have the GL, gl, glad, glide, glass, glue, glance. Then we have the PL, pl, plan, plane, plight, plot, place, plane. Then we have the SL. So we're going to hear SL. So slide, slice, slid, slime, slow, slip, sleep. We have the BR, so we're going to hear the BR, BR, brand, brand, brave, brown, bright. Then we have the CR, so we're going to hear the KR, crow, crown, crop, crazy, crave, crane, cream. For the DR, we're going to hear the two sounds dr, drive, drop, trip, terrain, drum, dry, drag. Then we have the FR, fr. So we have the from, fruit, freeze, fresh, French, frame, fry. Then we have the GR, gr. So we have grab, grave, grape, grace, grip, and green. We have the PR, pr, pro, prove, proud, praise, pray, prune, pry. We have the TR, truth, train, truck, trailer, try, trip, tree. From there we have the SC word, so we're going to hear the S and the K sound, so it's two sounds, SK, scan, scape, scope, scare, score, scum. Then we're seeing SK, so that we hear the S and the K sound, skate, skin, skip, sky. From there we're going to the letters SM. They make two sounds as well as a blend. S, and M. Small, smell, smoke, smug, smile, smog. From the SM we go to the SN, snow, snake, snap, sneak, snip. From there we go to SP consonants. So we get the sp, speak, spell, spoken, spoke, spice, spy. From there we go to the consonants S and T as a blend. T, steak, stay, stole, steak, stir, stew, stop. And then we go to SW consonant blend. So it's mwa, swa, sway, swim, sweat, sweet, swirl, and swing. Finally, for our double consonant blends, we have TW, t. Oh, I put the wrong one. So it should be TW, t, tweak, twig, twin, two, twice. Practice pronouncing these blends and add those that are unfamiliar to you to your word journal in section 4. Remember, in a blend, each of the beginning consonants gets a sound box. So we put a sound box around S, a sound box around T. And of course, O and P would also have a sound box. But we're focusing only on beginning blends. 3-letter consonant blends that begin words or word parts are also singing in harmony. So we've got the first one is SCR consonant blend combination. So we got 3 sounds there. Scram, scream, scrap, scrape, screw, scrub. Then we have the SHR consonant blend, and that's actually going to only have 2 sounds though, because we're not hearing the H. We're hearing the sh, sh, sh makes 1 sound, right? Because it is a digraph. So we hear shred, shrew, shrank, shrub, shrimp. SPL consonant blend, we have S, P, and L, sp, sp, splash, splinter, splice, splat, and split. SPR, we have sp, spray, spring, sprout, spread, spruce. STR, we have st, straw, straw, strap, strum, strut, strong, stream, and stray. Then we have THR consonant blend, and again this is only going to make two sounds even though we're using three consonants. We have the digraph TH in there. So we have throw, through, thrown, throat, through, three, throb, thrive. Do you care to add any of these to your word journal? Remember, each of the beginning consonants gets a sound box. So for our ones with digraph thrive, for example, we'll have a box around TH and a box around the R. Digraphs share one box. Stray, however, S around, a block around S, a block around T, a box around R. Consonant digraphs. Digraphs are the pairing of two letters to make one sound. Consonant digraphs then are the combining of two consonants to produce one sound. Unlike a consonant blend, the consonants will not keep their original sound. The most common consonant digraphs used in English are the SH, the CH, the PH, the TH, and the WH, and CK. CK will only be found at the end of the word, so will not be found in our beginning consonant digraphs. Sh, ch, f, th, w. Consonants becoming one sound. Beginning consonant digraphs will start with the ch sound. You'll see the phonetic notation underneath. Chant, chip, chart, chop, chicken, churn, chill, chess, champ. We'll go over to the sh sounds. The SH, which makes that sh sound. You'll see the phonetic symbol for that sh sound. Shut, ship, shin, shine, shell, sheep, sheet, shed, shook, shoe. Then we'll have the f sound, PH for the consonants PH. Phone, photo, physical, physics, phobia, pheasant, photocopy, pharmacy, phase, physician. So that makes the F sound. TH, what we're seeing here, is the phonetic symbol for that, and that is the voiced one. The, then, there, that, this, then, thank, thug, thought, three, throat, thunder, thick. Throat, by the way, would have a trigraph there. So we're looking at w. And I show you two things here. I have the upside down W, and again, that's not everybody's belief. Some people believe it should be the upright W as the phonetic symbol, but it goes from word to word. I've included the upside down W here, but of course, in most phonetic notations, you'll probably find the W that's the right way up. So we got what, when, where, why, who, white, whole, whale, wheat, wharf, whose, whip, and while. Whistle and whisker. Any interesting words for your journal? Section 5. Digraphs are equal to one sound, and so they have one sound box. So the SH shares one sound box in shoe. Silent consonants. Sometimes consonants will not make a sound in a word. We will not hear them. These silent consonants can be found in the beginning, middle, or end of the word. Like in no, we do not hear the K. Silent consonants at the beginning of words, silent K. No, night, Knife, we're not hearing the K in those words. Silent H at the beginning of a word. Honor, air, and honest. We go right to the vowel sound. We don't hear the H. Silent P. We do not hear the P in psychology or psalm. Silent W. We do not hear the W in right or sword in that consonant blend of sword. Silent C. We do not hear the C in scent, as in to smell something, or science. Silent G. We do not hear the G in gnat or Gnostic. Revisiting onset. Beginning consonants, blends, and digraphs are important in understanding both word building and word breaking down. Most of the words we are seeing above have only one syllable or word part. They are single rooms. Each word or word part must contain a vowel. Usually we will have a consonant wall on either side of the vowel sound. Sometimes in these word parts we only have one wall, as in at, and sometimes we'll find no consonant wall at all, as in ah. Most times there will be consonant walls around the vowel sound. The brick walls represent consonants. Though they are usually like this, you see a brick wall, vowel sound, brick wall, word room segments can look like this. You could have a consonant wall at the beginning, then the vowel sound, or you can have a vowel sound and a consonant wall behind it, or you can have no consonant walls, just the vowel sound. Even a single room, syllable, or word chunk can be broken down into components of sound. There are two ways we can do this. We can sound out each letter in the word or word part, or we can focus on the onset and rhyme in each word part. In the beginning, we will focus on the consonant sounds, if there are any, before moving on to vowel sounds, and then back to consonants if they end the word or word part. When we have a better understanding of this process, we can then move to breaking down and building up words with onset, the beginning consonant sounds that precede the vowel sound, and rhyme, the vowel and remaining sounds that end the word part or word and contain the vowel sound, as an added review. For now, know that the onset is that which precedes the first vowel sound. Let's review beginning consonant sounds. What is the onset in the following words? Highlighted. Is it a blend or a digraph? Feel free to pause the audio at any time to take your time completing these questions. Grip, depth, shut, chip, spray, stay, frog, small, tug, stop. For the words below, circle all beginning consonant digraphs from the words below. Sound them out. Remember, they will only make one sound. Number 2, sound box. Put a box around all beginning consonant sounds. Sound them out. Remember that each consonant in a blend, if it is not a digraph or a trigraph, will make its own sound. Each letter will have its own sound box. All letters in a digraph or trigraph will share one sound box. 3, highlight the onset for each word. The onset is that which comes before the first vowel. And these are the words. Dad, big, scent, graph, shook, cash, much, stuff, ship, scratch, church, screech, chick, whale, where, then, photo, when, we, egg, ego, there, share, care, 3, lunch, earth, with, while, straw, throw, splash, screw, spread, twice, stir, spoke, smile, small, smell, grab, proud, prune, truth, slip, brown, crow, drop, French, floss, fluff, itch, bling, bliss, class, slash, plot, plan, pop. Again, a reminder to pause your audio at any time and spend as much time as you need on this exercise. Great job. Keep practicing. Be sure to jot down some of these words in your journal. Answers to review questions. Phonics review. Number 1, B, graphemes. Number 2, C, phonics. Number 3, A, true. Number 4, A, true. Number 5, A, true. Number 6, B, false, goes around each phoneme. 7, A, true. 8B, consonants are the walls offering structure. Vowels are the substance. Beginning consonant review. Grip, GR will be the onset, and it is a blend. In depth, D is the onset. It's a single consonant beginning. Shut, sh, SH is the onset, and that's a digraph. Chip, CH, ch, is the onset, and that is a digraph. Spray, SPR is the onset, and that is a blend. Stay, ST is the onset, and that is a blend. Frog, FR is the onset, and that is a blend. Small, SM is the onset, and that too is a blend. Tug, T is the onset, single consonant beginning. Stop, ST is the onset, and that is a blend. Now see below for the answers of the final part of that question. We'll see several words. The first word you were given was dad. So we're going to highlight the D as the onset, and the sound box for that beginning consonant beginning is the D. So we're just going to put a box around the D, highlight the D. In fig, we only have one single consonant beginning the word, so the F is the onset. And because we're supposed to put a sound box around the beginning sounds, we just put a box around the F. In scent, again, we have a single consonant beginning, so we will highlight the C as our onset and put a sound box around C. Scent, in the second scent, we have S highlighted as the onset and a box around the S as the phoneme. Graph, we have a consonant blend here of two letters, G and R. So we will highlight the GR as the onset, and we'll sound box the G and we'll sound box the R. In shook, we have a digraph beginning. SH are two letters that combine to make one sound. So that should be highlighted and that should be boxed as one sound. Cash is another single beginning consonant blend. So just single consonant beginning. So we just put and highlight the C as the onset and a box around the C. Much, we highlight the M as the onset, a box around the M. In stuff, we have a consonant blend. We highlight ST as the onset. We put a box around the S and the T. Ship, we're dealing with the digraph again, so it will be circled. We'll have an SH in one sound box. It is the onset and it's circled because it is a digraph. Scratch, we have SCR as our onset. So we'll highlight that. We'll put a box around the S, a box around the C, and a box around the R because it is a triple blend. Church, we're dealing with another digraph here. So the CH is our onset. It also is sound boxed as one phoneme, and it is circled as for being a digraph. Screech, we have S, C, R highlighted as the onset. The S receives a box, the C receives a box, and the R receives a box because there's three different phonemes in that onset. Chick, we're dealing with another digraph, so we highlight the CH as the onset. We put CH in one box because it makes one sound, and we circle it because it is a digraph. Whale, the beginning of our word whale is also a digraph, so we highlight the WH as our onset. We put WH in one sound box, and we circle it because it is a digraph. Where, so again, we highlight the WH as our onset. It belongs into one box, and it is circled because it is a digraph. Then too begins with the digraph. We highlight the TH as our onset for the word then. We sound box both the TH in one box because they make one sound, and we circle it because it is a digraph. Photo. Photo also begins with a digraph, PH, so we highlight the PH as an onset, we put it in one sound box, and we circle it. WH in when is also a digraph. It will be highlighted as the onset, sound boxed into one box because it makes one sound, and circled. We is a small word that begins with a single consonant blend. We highlight the W, and we put a box around the W. Egg. Egg has no consonant blends to begin with, so we will leave it as it is. It belongs, it's an open syllable that belongs with the vowel sound. Ego too belongs with the vowel sound, so we will leave it as it is. We'll move over to there, and in there we begin with a digraph, TH. So we highlight the TH, we box the TH, and we circle it. Share is also a digraph, so we will circle it, box it, and highlight that SH. Care begins with a single consonant, so we highlight the C as our onset, and we box it. Remember, onset is all that becomes before the first vowel sound. We have three here. It is a blend, but it also contains a digraph. So what we'll do here is THR is highlighted as our onset. It comes before the vowel sound. We will box the TH as one sound because it is a digraph. And then we will box the R. So there should be two sound boxes on that beginning consonant blend. And we should circle the TH. It might not be circled in your books, but it should be. We have lunch. Lunch begins with one consonant. The L becomes the onset. It is also boxed as one sound. Earth begins with a vowel sound, so we will not touch that. With begins with a single consonant, W, so we will highlight W as our onset, and we will box it. While, we will highlight the WH as our onset. It is also a digraph. It will be boxed, and it will be WH is in one box, and it will be circled as a digraph. Straw begins with a triple consonant blend, STR, that will be highlighted as our onset, and every letter S, T, and R will be sound boxed individually. We move on to throw. Throw has THR as the onset. It is the beginning before the consonant sound. We will highlight that. We will also box TH in one box because it is a digraph, and we'll box the R. We will circle the TH because it is a digraph. Splash, SPL is our onset. It will be highlighted. We will box the S, we will box the P, we will box the L separately. In screw, SCR is our onset. We will highlight that. Each letter in that onset will be boxed because it is a triple blend. S will be blocked, C will be boxed, R will be boxed. So we'll have 3 letters in that blend. Spread, the same thing, 3 letters in that blend. SPR becomes our onset, so it's highlighted. S is boxed, P is boxed, R is boxed. Twice, we have a 2-letter, a double consonant blend beginning our word twice. TW will be our onset. Each letter should receive its own box. If the boxes are not correctly made on this page, please try to ignore it and listen to my voice because it's having issues with the drawing. TW then, each one of those letters receives a box. Stir, ST is our onset. It is highlighted. S gets a block. T gets a block because each make a sound and it's heard in the word. Spoke, I'm hearing the S and the P, so they each get a box. SB becomes our onset. Smile, I'm hearing the S and the M. They each get a sound box, and SM becomes the onset for smile. Small, same onset, SM, so that should be highlighted. Each letter S and the letter M gets its own sound box. Again, we're going on to the same onset in smell. Smell is the onset, S is boxed, M is boxed. We go on to grab. GR is our onset. It is a blend, so we are going to box the G and box the R because we're hearing both those sounds. Proud is beginning with a consonant, a double consonant blend. P and R become our onset. P gets boxed because it is heard. R gets boxed because it is heard. That same onset follows through to the next word, prune. So PR is highlighted. P gets its own box. R gets its own box. Truth, the next word. TR is the onset. T gets its own box. R gets its own box. Going down to slip, another blend. SL is our onset. S gets its own box. L gets its own box. Moving to brown, another blend. So BR becomes the onset. B gets its own box. R gets its own box. Crow, another blend. CR is our onset, so it's highlighted. C gets its own box. R gets its own box. Drop, another blend. So DR is highlighted as the onset. D gets its own box. R gets its own box. French, another blend. Highlight FR as the onset. F gets its own box. R gets its own box. Moving down to floss, another blend. F gets its own box. L gets its own box. FL is highlighted as the onset. Same onset in fluff. FL gets highlighted. F gets its own box. L gets its own box. Itch is an open syllable beginning with a vowel sound, so we will not touch that one. Moving on to bling or bring. I think it's bling. Bling gets its own, its onset is BL. We highlight that. B gets its own box. L gets its own box, using the same onset in bliss. B gets its own box. L gets its own box. The onset is blah, or BL. Class. C gets its own box. L gets its own sound box because they're each making their own sound and we're hearing them in the word class. CL becomes the onset. In slash, S gets its own box. L gets its own box. SL is highlighted as being the onset. PL is the onset. P gets its own sound box. L gets its own sound box. This is a blend. That same onset follows through into plan, so we will highlight the PL, P gets its own box, L gets its own box, and finally pop. Pup is a single consonant beginning, so we box the P and highlight it as our onset. Very good. Leaving the beginning of our word work. The first step of our word work part focus is to recognize, define, and sound out how a word or word part begins. Most times, but not always, the word part or word will begin with a consonant sound or sounds. So if we're tearing down words, we begin taking the first wall or walls of the word part down. If we were building words, we should begin by putting the first wall or walls of the word part up. Once we have done that, we can move to the middle of the word room. Let's move on.